Yes. Great, thank you. Please see me later for your reward. And next, bring me a ball pen. Ay, kung hindi ko it's okay. Okay, please explain. Red ball pen, the color waya, para isuot yung mga kapitid, isuot ang notebook, pag-tayo, giving mo ka ng answer. Thank you. Okay, very good. Thank you. Next, bring me a piece of paper. Name one. A piece of paper.
Grabe, nagugulong. Oy, apis naman. Isa lang ng piece.
Okay, explain. Ito ang importante mo siya. Importante ang piece of paper kay bilang paper. Asay magaling mga mitiya kay hindi mo may gusto kasi hindi mo iwan yung mga niya. Okay, thank you. Next, bring me a folder. Folder, magyapon na yung folder space. Ito ang importante mo siya. The folder is important for me to compile my activities so that it won't be dislocated. Yes. Okay, thank you. See you later for your reward. Yay! Please be quiet in your class. Everyone! Okay, our topic for today is assessing the portfolio. So at the end of the lesson, students will be able to explain the steps in assessing a portfolio, demonstrate an appreciation here, evaluate both income, identifying how to help them improve the work, and organize the work and submit the open portfolio report process. So first, we have the defined purpose and criteria. To clarify whether the portfolio is formative or summative. Establish a rubric with clear benchmarks and share expectations with students. So the teacher tells us that the portfolio is more practice, which is the formative, and or it is a for final grading, which is the formative. The teacher also will give a rubric. This is like a checklist or a guide on what they're looking for, like creativity or ilan i-measure kung sa ilang mga pagsunang-una. For example, kung sa formative, you will focus on learning from your mistakes, right? And for summative, you'll make sure it's polished and clear. Next is guide portfolio collection. To specify required content while allowing students voice. Ensure submissions align with learning objectives before assessment begins. So the teachers tells us what to include, like drafts, final output, and reflection. So pwede po mga words, but kinahanglan yun related siya sa lesson. Next is review organization and completeness. Check if the portfolio is logically structured and contains all required components. Verify that the sections explain the learning process. So, you will check if your portfolio is well organized, maybe by time or by topic. So it must have all the needed parts and your reflections must show what you learned. So for example, i-arrange mo ang portfolio by week 1 to week 4 kintahay na. Then you will explain what you learned each week. Next is evaluate work quality and growth. Assess individual pieces for skill mastery and work and improvement over time. Compare early and later work to identify progress. So you will compare your old and new work to see if you improve. The teacher checks your skills, effort, and growth. For example, simple. But usually this one shows better shading and detail. Next is apply the rubric consistently. Score each portfolio using the predefined criteria and ensure fairness. Balance quantitative ratings with qualitative notes. So you will the teachers will use the rubric to give fair scores to all. So it includes numbers and comments. So, pareha siya sa atong output ni Ma'am Ripay. So, di ba naghatag siya rubrics, then nag-add siya scores and comments. Kung sa may hindi na ito improve or nice ba siya, o sa mga nag-ikasulti pa niya. Then, provide targeted feedback. So, it highlights strengths and specific areas for improvement. Encourage growth with actionable suggestions. So, the teachers tell you what you did well and what can you improve. They give a helpful advice. So, for example, you explain your idea well, but try to add more examples next time. Next is facilitate self-assessment. Have students evaluate their own work using the rubric to promote metacognition. Discuss the discrepancies between their and your assessment is needed. So you will rate yourself using the rubric. Then compare it to your teacher's rating and pwede po ninyo estudiahan kung naapad yung student need nga improve or kung sa may mga diferensya na niya para halimbawa, sakto ba? So, for example, let's say is you give yourself 3/5. Pareha ito sa kanang sa reporting na to. Diba? Makatag mo lang ng criteria sa mga kagalingon na po ng para sa mga classmates. Then, you will write also a summary if needed sa kanang pumunta to kay ang namin kanang need nga i-comment or need i-improve. Next is assign final evaluations. So determine a summative grade or proficiency level based on the rubric. Document fee, takeaways for reporting or parent conferences. So the teacher gives the final grade on the rubric. They also write a summary if needed. So for example, your portfolio got 90%. So the teacher said you improved a lot in writing. So pareha siya sa uban na itong subjects nga magsabit ng mga portfolio, then ay mga scores, then mga ratings, then ay comments. Next is reflect and improve the process. So this is the last and it gathers student feedback on the portfolio experiences, adjust criteria, instructions, or support strategies for future generations. So we give feedback to the teachers too, and they can make changes to help students better next time. So pareha makatag sila at the end of the semester, makatag sila kuan kanang evaluation nga nakita yung rate nila kung okay ba sila madala na to, ingat sa pagtulo, and then maka-add sa dito na comments nila. So for example, it says you needed more time for short writing. So maybe next time you get more time. Okay, so for your assessment, you will think about a portfolio you have made before, which includes your draft and final work. Write a short reflection in 3 to 5 sentences by answering the questions, and your work will be graded based on the rubric. So that is our rubric, guys. Ako rin siya isa later sa Thank you.